Yep. Good. Good. In this video, I'm going to break down 3 realistic boxing combinations. Hiya, my name's Glenn Holmes. I'm the co-owner of the Box and Burn Academy, the world's #1 boxing fitness education course. I'm also the founding trainer here at Box and Burn in Los Angeles. 1, 2, pivot, off that back foot. Combination number 1, the double jab to the head, the right hand to the body, and then the left hook to the body, right? So he's going to use the first body shot, the right hand to the body right here, to set up the left hook to the body, which is the one that he's going to try and land. That's going to do the damage. So the first 2 punches, the double jab, that's designed, right here, the double jab, that's designed to kind of get me to like get the gloves up or defend up top, right? So that kind of sometimes leaves that body open, right? So from there, he's going to drop that right hand to the body. But if I can see that coming, I can defend it, I can get my elbows across, right? Which, defending the middle of the body there, leaves the outside of the body exposed, but the left hook to the body is wide open right there too, right? So the first 3 punches of this combination, so the jab, jab, 2 to the body, is kind of setting up that left hook to the body, right? Yeah. So when I catch this on the mitts, I'm going to give that right hand to the body from the start. So he's got that target from the start of the combination. So I'm just going to call for a double jab, 2 to the body, left hook to the body. So jab, jab, 2 to the body, left hook to the body. Good. And again. Good. Now notice the reason why this is a great shot to set up that left hook to the body is because he's getting that weight and that power to the left side, shifted all that weight across with that body shot, puts him in a perfect position to really get a lot of power into that left hook to the body because all the weight's on his left side of his body. From there, he can dip and really whip that body shot in, right? So he's looking to create the opening, but also get in a great position to get maximum power on the body shot. So one more time, we've got the double jab to the head, the 2 to the middle of the body, and then the left hook to the side of the body. So one jab, jab, 2 to the body, left hook to the body. Good. One more time. Good. So he's going from head and then 2 power shots to the body. Great boxing combination. See that a lot in the professionals. Using that double jab to set it up and then getting down to the body to land the body shots. Good. Nice. So with this combination as well, after I've felt that 2 to the body right there, it's up to me to make sure I'm quick to react, to make sure he can really whip that left hook to the body in. So as soon as I feel that, I'm going to get my mitts in position for the left hook to the body. The mitt position for the left hook to the body, the same mitt, the right mitt, is going to open up right there. I'm going to create that realistic target, keep it as close to my body as I can. I'm going to reinforce it with the other mitt so he can get maximum power and it's going to feel real solid for him. Now here's a little tip, right? If you want your boxer to feel really good when they throw that left hook to the body, create a slight gap like this, right? Watch what happens if you throw your left hook to the body. If I don't create the gap and I've got them put together like this, it sounds all right, it sounds solid, right? If you create a little gap to allow him to slam that punch in and it's going to hit this mitt, you're going to get that big pop, it's going to make him feel like his left hook to the body was the hardest punch of all time. Good. To hear the sound difference, right? There you go, and again. Good. So it's a little tip there just to create that little bit of extra pop with those left hook to the body, to create a little gap on your mitts. Always a good little tip for when you're working that punch. Second combination, working up top, right? So he's going to start with a jab, right? He's going to defend my counter jab. So say for example, I've blocked that jab in boxing, right? So you throw a jab, I've blocked it. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to try and counter straight away with another jab. We're trading jabs, see that a lot, right? So he's thrown the jab, I'm countering with my jab. He's already a step ahead of me. Now from there, he slipped that jab, but he stayed in range, right? To land a counter punch. So from that slip, I'm just going to counter with that big 2 right over the top of my jab. So if we were boxing and you see it, especially in early rounds, boxers trying to feel each other out with the jab. So he's thrown his jab, he's anticipated my jab, but he stayed in range. He's trying to land that right over my left shoulder right there with that counter right. So on the mitts, as soon as I've caught the jab, I'm coming straight back in with the same arm, but I've got this in position so he can see the target, and then it's up to me to kind of get the left mitt out of the way so he can drive that right hand over the top. Now the key to this is to be fast with the counter, right? So in a realistic boxing situation, he needs to land that right hand over the top before I can get my glove back or defend it. So it needs to be quick. So you've got to be quick with the left mitt too when you're coaching this. Another option I'm going to give you a second option for coaching this, is you can catch the mitt on the right, or the jab on the right mitt. So you've got this left mitt free, right, there, and then just catch that on the same mitt too. So that's another way you can do it. So I'm going to show you that variation as well. So I'm going to use the same mitt to catch the two different punches. So it's going to be a jab, slip, cross, right? Now it frees up your left hand so your jab can be a little bit more realistic. Sometimes when you've caught the jab right here, it's hard to go from this position to throw a good jab. It takes a little bit more skill and practice. But if you're right here and you catch it on this mitt, boom, I'm in a better position to throw that more realistic jab, and then my mitt's already there for that counter too as well. So I'm just going to demonstrate it a couple of times with the second option, catching the two punches on the same mitt. So jab, slip, cross, right? Now to make it realistic, we're going to move around a little bit, and as soon as I throw the mitt up, he's going to slip and counter, right? I'm going to try and make it a realistic boxing situation. Nice. Yeah, forward. Coming in, he's going to set it up with his jab, slip. Nice, good. So there's the jab, the slip, and the cross, right? So he's thrown the jab, he's slipped the counter jab, and then he's countered with the big right hand over the top. Realistic boxing combination number 2. Before I show you number 3, my favorite, the best one, the one you see the most knockouts with, I just want to remind you, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video. If you have any questions about any of these combinations, leave them in the comments below. All right, so number 3, we're going to start with the jab. He's going to defend the counter jab, or he's just going to retreat to my advance by stepping back. So it's a jab, a pull, and then we're going to go into a two-punch counter attack, right? So he's going to throw the right uppercut and the left hook. Okay, so that's going to be the combination. One more time, starting with the jab. I'm going to pull, right uppercut, left hook. So that's the combination, right? Now, this is super realistic in boxing. You see it all the time. You see fighters scoring a ton of knockouts with that step back and the counter punch, especially the uppercut. The reason you see a lot of knockouts with this combination is because after that jab, he's created that space, he's out of range, but I'm coming in, right? So I've got that forward momentum. If he times that uppercut with that forward momentum, boom, as I'm stepping in, bang, he times that uppercut. So he's just timing with that impact. That's why you see a lot of knockouts, because the opponent is walking into the punch. So the reason why we've added the hook as well, if that doesn't land, or say it does land, he's also putting himself back into a safe position with the hook, right? Because after he's thrown that hook, his body's away again from me, and he's taking his head further away from me as well. With that uppercut, he's actually putting himself into range, right? But then if he follows it up with the hook, it's also a chance to land a second punch, and it's also pulling him back out of range as well. So it's always good to finish on the hook with your combinations, because it's pulling you back into a safe position and pulling you further away from your opponent. But the idea and the goal with this is to land the uppercut as the knockout shot, okay? But that hook's just there for added reassurance in case the hook doesn't, or the uppercut doesn't land. So one more time, I'm going to start with the jab. I'm going to demonstrate it on the mitt. So I've caught the jab. I can step in, I can throw a punch if I want to keep it realistic, but as I step in, I'm going to show him that target for the uppercut and the hook as well, right? So the key here is to be a step ahead as the coach, right? So I've started with the jab. As I'm coming in, I'm giving him the target. So he can glue his eyes on the target as he steps back, then he can be a step ahead and know exactly what he's going to do and where he needs to land those punches. Jab, pull, uppercut, hook, good. Jab, pull, uppercut, hook. Nice. Jab, pull. Good. The key with the pull, let's focus on the feet for a second with this combination. The key is not to go too far, right? You've got to judge that distance perfectly. If he goes too far, step back a long way, right? He's like way out of range and he's too far away to even think about a counter punch. On the flip side, if he doesn't step far enough, I can land my punches. He's not got out of range, right? So he's got to really judge that distance based off how quickly I advance or how much I step in after I've caught the jab. So with the jab, coming in, boom, boom. Notice it's just a tiny little step back. It's a few inches, but it's creating the room for the punches. That's the key with the step back. So third combination, probably the most realistic one out of these 3, is the jab, the pull, uppercut, hook. All right, so you can try that one out as well. Body. Good, get lower. Get under. Yep, again. Nice, again. Good. Jab, slip, right hand. Yep, again. Good, again. Good, again. Good. Stay close after that, right. One more. Yep, there you go. Jab, step back, uppercut hook. Good. In. Again. Good. One more. Nice.